The Los Angeles Lakers played their third game against the Houston Rockets this year, and just like the others, this one was just as eventful. There may not have been a brawl like the first matchup, but there was an ejection like the second, as Luke Walton was thrown out in the third quarter. Only 2 days after an overtime thriller in Oklahoma City, the Lakers again went to overtime, but lost this one as James Harden got to the free throw line at will. More distressingly, especially in a game involving these two battered teams, there was yet another major injury. Lonzo Ball went down hard in the third quarter. He rolled his ankle very badly, and needed to be carried off of the court by his teammates. To make matters worse, the X-ray machine at the Toyota Center was broken, so the Lakers couldn't get immediate news on what happened. For now, the initial diagnosis is a sprained left ankle, but he had to be taken to the hospital for X-rays, and it will likely take a day or so for the full extent of this injury to reveal itself. For now, this is what we know about the injury, and the impact it had on the team as a whole. It's not hard to create distance when you forearm shiver your defender down the court. Irash Markazi, at Irash Markazi, January 20, 2019. Harden gets away with more offensive nonsense than any other star in recent history. Bryant had to contend with the officials rather than collaborate with them. That is the difference between the two of them, Mike Breen said. James Harden has taken 500 free throws. For a second I thought he was talking just about tonight. Irash Markazi, at Irash Markazi, January 20, 2019. It honestly felt as if Harden took 50 free throws in this game. At least when overtime rolled around, his entire strategy seemed to revolve around just running towards the basket, knowing that the refs would bail him out. Harden back to the line for his 5th and 6th attempts of OT. He hit the first and missed the second. Ingram got the board and got fouled by Tucker, but who isn't in the bonus? 133-132. Who with 28 seconds left. Mike Treadle, at Lakers reporter, January 20, 2019. Harden may have shot 6 free throws in overtime, but the Rockets took 16 as a team. Ultimately, most of the points that the Rockets scored in the final frame came at the charity stripe, and if they'd made more of them, they could have iced things much more quickly. Death. Texas. James Harden getting to the free throw line. Kyle Goon, at Kyle Goon, January 20, 2019. It sadly feels like a certainty now. No matter what happens in a Rockets game, you know going in that Harden is going to get to take 15 free throws. It is just a fact of modern life in the NBA. James Harden is a professional flop artist. SMH, DJ Looney, at DJ Lowani Goham, January 20, 2019. Harden gets away with quite a bit defensively. But when someone even looks at him funny, his hands are in the air asking for a call. It feels quite a bit like a double standard. X-rays were negative on Lonzo Ball's ankle. Mike Treadle, at Lakers reporter, January 20, 2019. At least the Lakers got some good news on Ball. The X-rays were negative, meaning he did not break his ankle. That confirms the initial diagnosis that the Lakers made. Lonzo Ball won't return due to a sprained left ankle. He's heading to a local hospital for X-rays, since the machine at the arena is not working. Mike Treadle, at Lakers reporter, January 20, 2019. While we are still waiting for more information here, the news that this is a sprain is good. Sprained ankles can take days to recover, or months. We don't know how bad the sprain is, but it's better than a break. Per Lisa Salters on the broadcast, Lonzo Ball was taken for X-rays in a wheelchair, still unable to put any weight on his left leg. Matthew Moreno, at Moreno1015, January 20, 2019. What is most concerning here is that Ball was struggling to put any weight on his ankle. He needed to be carried off of the floor, and he used a wheelchair from there. That indicates that this is a bad sprain. Lol were up 69-54 when Lonzo Ball went out with a sprained ankle. Houston trimmed the lead to as few as 2 points, and it's 86-82 after the quarter. Lakers down their three primary playmakers in LeBron, Lonzo and Rondo. Mike Treadle, at Lakers reporter, January 20, 2019. The Lakers led this game by as many as 21 points. When Ball went down, the Rockets surged back into the game. The Lakers need Ball with LeBron James and Rajon Rondo out. Their team was built around ball handlers, but even they would run thin eventually. I kind of wonder if Lonzo is going to miss a bunch of time, whether the Lakers go out and get another PG. Lynn, for example. Anthony F. Irwin, at Anthony Irwinla, January 20, 2019. If nothing else, that this happened in January instead of March is a big win for the Lakers. They can look for a point guard in a trade. They can scour the buyout market. They have options that they wouldn't have otherwise had. Kuz had 20 points in the first quarter. That's the highest scoring first quarter by a Laker since at Kobe Bryant in 2011. Pic.twitter.com/wag4cjtoy6b, SportsCenter, at SportsCenter, January 20, 2019. As a general rule, if any Laker matches Kobe Bryant in the history books, they're probably doing something right. And sure enough, Kyle Kuzma's 20-point first quarter was the biggest since Bryant matched it in 2011. Asked to compare James Harden's stretch to Kobe's 50-point game streak in 2005-06, Luke Walton, who was Kobe's Lakers teammate, said, "It's a lot like that. I didn't think I would ever see anything like it again," Walton said. "At least not this soon." Bill Oram, at Bill Oram, January 20, 2019. Lakers fans won't like to hear it, but James Harden has looked like Kobe Bryant recently. Of course, Bryant did this for a full season. Harden has only been doing this for a month or so. He has a long way to go to earn that comparison. "I wouldn't trade anyone on the Lakers for Carmelo Anthony unless they got a second-round pick in return. Even then, that's a tough call." Christian Rivas, at Red Rivas, January 20, 2019. Carmelo Anthony is still technically a Rocket, and the Lakers have been linked to him recently. He doesn't belong on this team, especially given how well the kids have played over the past few games. But with these two teams facing off, it has to be mentioned. Kyle Kuzma already has 8 points less than 2 minutes in. Kyle Goon, at Kyle Goon, January 20, 2019. Kyle Kuzma was incredible against the Thunder on Thursday, and that is coming off of a week that saw him score 41 and 29 points in 2 other games. He didn't cool off remotely early in this one. Also, a minute ago, I saw Lance Stevenson walk off the floor to the back for a second. As he headed for the tunnel, he was nonchalantly playing the air guitar. Tanya Ganguly, at Tanya Ganguly, January 20, 2019. Lance Stevenson can't even go for a leisurely walk without breaking out the air guitar. He may be the most inconsistent player on the Lakers, but he is by far the most consistently entertaining. Kyle Kuzma scored a then-career-high 38 points in Houston on December 20, 17. He's out shooting Harden so far tonight, scoring 11 points in the game's first 6 minutes. Bill Oram, at Bill Oram, January 20, 2019. Kuzma has been fantastic recently, but he has a long history of shining against the Rockets. He ended the first quarter with 20 points on 4 made three-pointers. He was the best scorer on the floor in a game that included Harden. Lonzo Ball with 7 assists in the first quarter. Pic.twitter.com/09hakubka, Lonzo Wire, at Lonzo Wire, January 20, 2019. Again, Ball's performance is always a bit harder to appreciate than his teammates. But 7 assists in a quarter is not remotely ambiguous. Ball was incredible in the first frame even without scoring many points. KCP has had a pretty excellent night guarding Harden. Kyle Goon, at Kyle Goon, January 20, 2019. Harden had 16 points in the first half, but Kentavious Caldwell-Pope made him work for each and every one of them. His defense has been essential lately, and his offense has improved quite a bit. Lakers-Rockets game goes to commercial break as Jeff Van Gundy says, someone just got ejected, that someone would be Luke Walton. Brian Shaw will take over as head coach. Arash Markazi, at Arash Markazi, January 20, 2019. To make matters worse, Luke Walton was ejected after Ball got hurt. Brian Shaw needed to take over as head coach, and suddenly, the Lakers were without their three highest IQ players and their coach. Now 26-10 in this third Q after another Rockets 3, the lead down to 2. While trying to find some footing down Lonzo and Luke. Mike Treadle, at Lakers reporter, January 20, 2019. The Lakers lost virtually their entire lead by the end of the third quarter. Without Ball, they not only lost their point guard, but their energy. The Lakers looked dead for most of the third without Ball spearheading things on both sides of the floor. Lance will make us all dance, silver screen. He made 3 3-pointers and scored 11 points early in the fourth quarter. They needed his offense desperately. pic.twitter.com/olakthickwil, silver screen. They forced the Rockets to foul them to save time. But with only seconds remaining, Eric Gordon sent the game to overtime with a circus three-pointer, just one of those losses you have to live with. I'm logging off for the night. Have a good one, y'all. Christian Rivas, at Red Rivas, January 20, 2019. Some games just end up like this. For the Lakers to have fought as valiantly as they did with so many injuries was inspiring. It shows what this team will be at full strength. This is just a bitter pill to swallow. Fun stat, in the history of basketball, the team that banks in a 3 in a close game is 5,435,251,341,234 minus 0. Anthony F. Irwin, at Anthony Irwinla, January 20, 2019. Once Gordon made that shot, it was all over. The Lakers fought and they deserve some admiration for that, but it is just very difficult to fight the momentum of that kind of loss.